I've been wanting to make a video about the saxophone mouthpiece pop test, or clarinet would work for that too, and what the pop test is. And so this is how it works. The pop test, there's two ways I've seen it done. The first way I feel is fairly useless. It doesn't give you much information about the mouthpiece because most mouthpieces will seal well enough if you, the first way, which is just take your hand, place the mouthpiece against your hand, suck air in, and then pull your hand away and hear a pop. Right, like that. Almost, that doesn't tell me anything about the facing curve, the reed is lining up, because that part's sealed off. That's not going to give me much information. So the second way, which is the way I do it, is the same thing. You put the mouthpiece against your palm, you suck in air, and then you let go, and you wait a bit. And so if the mouthpiece is sealing right, it could also be that your reed's not on straight, so you might try this a few times. And it's a good way to make sure your reed's on straight. So you might do this every single time before you play. So you place the mouthpiece in your palm, suck in air, and you wait. Okay, so took a few seconds. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear at least, 1 or 2 seconds before you hear a pop. You may notice I am using a plastic reed. I prefer to use a synthetic reed for the pop test because it won't mold to the mouthpiece in the same way that a cane reed might do that. For me, I think it's a really good test to see if the mouthpiece is sealing properly. Some people might just say, just play the mouthpiece, and if it plays great, then that's awesome. Now, what I have found, though, is that if a mouthpiece is defective, and let's say there's often a concavity on the table, and if that's not seating correctly, then there's going to be an air leak. What I've found is that sometimes, especially with cane reeds, the reed will start off feeling perfectly fine, the mouthpiece will play great, but after just a little bit of playing, as the reed starts to adjust to the mouthpiece and it starts to mold to the shape of the mouthpiece, the reed suddenly feels like it's just lacking any real power or any real, like it's just too soft. It's just, caving in on you as far as your sound goes. And so I was playing on a CE Winds, which was a Blue Jumbo copy. So before they reissued the Blue Jumbo, the limited edition, and I always struggled with my reed usage. I just couldn't find the right strength. Like a reed was either way too hard or way too soft. And if I did find it, it seemed to only last a few days. And so I then one day, just looking at my mouthpiece from the side towards the light, I could see light actually coming through where there, and so it was not passing the pop test at all. So that's the pop test. I hope that is helpful. Give it a try. See if your reed is sealing, and if not, you may look to see if there is an issue with your mouthpiece table.